Hello! Today we'll be talking about Lopunny, the first Pokemon introduced in Gen 4 to have a Mega Evolution. It's also the only evolution of Baniri who evolves when leveled up with High Friendship. Mega Lopunny is the first normal fighting Pokemon. Its previous VYC dates are April 29th, 1997, February 18th, 2000, December 9th, 2002, September 29th, 2005, July 20th, 2008, May 11th, 2011, March 1st, 2014, December 20th, 2016, October 11th, 2019, and August 1st, 2022. Feels weird to have to rehash the things I said in the Gardevoir video, minus the part about Gallade and its gender design, but here we are. For those of you who didn't watch that video, Lopunny is very clearly feminine and arguably a lot more risque than Gardevoir. Like Mega Gardevoir, things aren't helped a lot by Mega Lopunny. Although, at least the official art makes it look more like a strong female character than one that was made for a male fantasy. Even though I don't really find its face the most appealing. There's a Pokemon that is cautious, has a base friendship that's pretty high, and you have to have a high friendship to evolve Baniri into Lopunny. Runs away from danger and doesn't like its hair-like ears being touched, and will fight back if they're touched roughly. This just screams, oh, just say it, Heart. Poképhilia! Thanks, Heart. It seems that Game Freak has tried to do some damage control on this Pokemon in more recent years, having newer Pokedex entries focused less on its appearance and more on its ability to fight, having its Mega Evolution be less sexual in design and posing, and having its default pose in Legends Arceus and the Alola Pokedex image be more open and like an actual Pokemon. It is no wonder that Dawn's Baniri never evolved into Lopunny, and Lopunny and Baniri weren't in Gen 9, at least as of the filming of this. We'll have to see if Game Freak features them in Legends ZA, and how they portray Lopunny in that game. Almost certainly, they'll continue to drill that it's just a normal anthropomorphic rabbit. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Lopunny, the rabbit Pokemon. His number is 0428. This is Lopunny, this is what it looks like. This is Mega Lopunny, this is what it looks like. Types: normal as Lopunny, normal fighting as Mega Lopunny. Abilities: Cute Charm or Klutz as Lopunny. Limbers, its hidden ability, Scrappy, as Mega Lopunny. Gender ratio is 50-50, catch rate is 60 or 14.8%. Breeding is egg groups field and human-like, hatch time 20 cycles. Height and weight. For this, what we do is, since this is our first Mega Evolution, this generation I'll explain, for those of you who are new here, I will read them across rather than up and down. So we'll say Lopunny is 3'11" or 1.2 meters and 73.4 pounds or 33.3 kilograms. And Mega Lopunny is 4'3" or 1.3 meters and 62.4 pounds or 28.3 kilograms. Megastone is Lopunite. That's an exclusive section for Pokemon that have Mega Evolutions. Base experience yield is 178 in Gen 4 and 168 in 5+. Leveling rate is medium fast, EV yield is 2, and speed, shape is that, footprint is that. Pokedex color is brown, and base friendship is 140. Lopunny is a normal type Pokemon introduced in Gen 4. It evolves from Baniri when leveled up with high friendship. Lopunny can Mega Evolve into Mega Lopunny using the Lopunite. Biology: Lopunny is a bipedal, rabbit-like Pokemon with a dark brown fur and a short, round tail. It has pink eyes with black markings on the inner edge, long tufts of cream-colored fur above its eyes, and a small pink nose. Similar tufts of fluffy cream-colored fur cover its wrists, lower legs, and the ends of its long ears, which bend shortly above its head. Lopunny is very proud of these ears and never fails to groom them. If the ears are roughly handled, Lopunny will kick in retaliation. Lopunny's fur is warm and light, and Lopunny sheds it twice a year. Its winter coat is soft and fluffy and filled with plenty of insulating air. This fur can be used to make warm mufflers and hats. Lopunny is a timid Pokemon that constantly monitors its surroundings and will cloak its body with its ears or spring away when it senses danger. Despite this, it is capable of unleashing super destructive kicks with its lithe legs. Lopunny's kicks are said to be similar to those of karate masters, which allows it to drive back foes with no issues. Prior to Gen 5, Lopunny in its pre-evolved form, Baniri, were the only known Pokemon that could have Klutz as an ability. Forms: Lopunny can Mega Evolve into Mega Lopunny. As Mega Lopunny, its personality drastically changes, becoming extremely aggressive with wild fighting instincts. In order to become more capable of fighting, it sheds the fur on its neck, upper torso, fingers, and legs, forming black patterns on the legs that resemble ripped pantyhose. Its tufts of fur above its ears combine to form a single butterfly-shaped crest. The cream fur on its wrists and ankles become more round instead of fluffy. Its ear fur now only covers 2 segments of each ear in fluffy bands. When Mega evolved, a full power whip swing from its ears can crumple steel plates. Mega Lopunny. Evolution, Lopunny evolved from Baneri, so Baneri, Lopunny. Game data, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Time and Explorers of Darkness. Lopunny is the head of Team Charm. She knows Wigglytuff from long ago. Together, her team and the player's team explore Aegis Cave and defeat Regigigas. Spoiler warning, this article may contain major plot or ending details. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky, Team Charm debut in their own special episode. Lopunny being the playable character. She is shown to be the fun-loving member of the group, even ending almost all of her sentences with hearts. The team hears about the treasure-filled southern jungle. They are advised to stay away by Blossom, but the team continued on. They find a passed-out Wigglytuff who fainted due to hunger and give him a perfect apple, revitalizing him. They encounter Team AWD, who believe the team is pathetic. Before they enter, a Sentret pleads Charm to stop AWD, saying they were cruel to it. The team arrives at the dungeon's end, which holds an empty chest. AWD accuses Charm of taking the treasure, and they fight. Wigglytuff appears to stop the brawl and reveals that the chest is a Ditto. The Blossom and Sentret earlier were also him. He reveals he is there to guard a time gear, and the teams leave. They later bribe Wigglytuff with a perfect apple to join their team. Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, Lopunny reappears alongside the other members of Team Charm as recruitable Pokemon. Pokedex entries in Gen 4 and Diamond. An extremely cautious Pokemon. It cloaks its body with its fluffy ear fur when it senses danger. Pearl is very conscious of its looks and never fails to groom its ears. It runs with sprightly jumps. Platinum. The ears appear to be delicate if they are touched roughly. It kicks with its graceful legs. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It sheds its fur twice a year. Its winter fur is soft and fluffy. In Gen 5, Black and White is Platinum's entry. Black 2 and White 2. Extremely cautious, it quickly bounds off when it senses danger. In Gen 6, X is Black 2 and White 2's entry. Y is Platinum, Black and White's entry. Omega Ruby is Black 2, White 2, and X's entry. Alpha Sapphire is Platinum, Black, White, and Y's entry. In Gen 7, for Lopunny in Ultra Sun, Lopunny regrows its coat twice a year. Mufflers and hats made from its fur are really warm. Ultra Moon, it's notably wary and has a dislike of fighting, but at the same time it can deliver powerful kicks with its lithe legs. For Mega Lopunny, Ultra Sun, it swings its ears like whips and strikes its enemies with them. It has an intensely combative disposition. Ultra Moon. Mega Evolution awakens its combative instincts. It has shed any fur that got in the way of its attacks. In Gen 8, Sword. Lopunny is constantly monitoring its surroundings. If danger approaches, this Pokemon responds with super destructive kicks. Shield. Once hot seasons are over, Lopunny's coat will be replaced with fur that holds a lot of insulating air in preparation for colder weather. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are their Diamond and Pearl counterparts. In Legends Arceus, its fur is warm and yet remarkably light. This Pokemon kicks as though it were a master of karate, driving back its opponents with ease. Lopunny in the Alola Pokedex, and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and Mega Lopunny in the Alola Pokedex and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Game locations. Side game locations. Held items in Black 2 and White 2 is the Pecha Berry 50% of the time. In Legends Arceus, normal has the Oran Berry 35% of the time. Spoiled Apricorn 15% of the time, and Grit items by level. Alpha, EXP Candy M 100% of the time. Seed of Mastery 20% of the time, and Grit items by level. I still don't know how the math works. Stats, base stats. So if you're new this generation, what we do is we compare the original and the Mega Evolution together. So we'll compare Lopunny and Mega Lopunny. So HP 65, that stays the same. Attack 76, that goes up to 136. Defense 84, that goes up to 94. Special attack 54, that stays the same. Special defense 96, that stays the same. Speed 105, that goes up to 135. So this one has a total of 480, and this one has a total of 580. And for Mega Evolutions, it will always be 100 total more than the original. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness. If you're new this generation, like the base stats, if the Mega Evolution has a different typing than its original, we compare them. So Lopunny is damaged normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. The ones that say the same for Mega Lopunny are normal, poison, ground, steel, fire, water, grass, Electric, Ice, and Dragon. It moves Flying, Rock, Bug, Psychic, Dark, and Fairy. Lopunny is weak to Fighting for double, while Mega Lopunny is weak to Fighting, Flying, Psychic, and Fairy for double. They are both immune to Ghost. Lopunny isn't resistant to anything, but Mega Lopunny is resistant to Rock, Bug, and Dark for half. In the Lopunny box here, there's a note. If this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of Ghost-type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. Learn it by leveling up in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Since you can hypothetically have a level 2 Lopunny, we will start at level 12 here, so 12 after you, 16 Quick Attack, 20 Double Kick, 24 Charm, 28 Baton Pass, 32 Headbutt, 36 Agility, 40 Entrainment, 44 Flatter, 48 Bounce, 52 Healing Wish, and 56 High Jump Kick. In Legends Arceus, same thing, we'll start at level 5 here. At level 5, it learns Baby Doll Eyes and masters it at 14. At level 10, it learns Swift and masters it at 19. At 16, it learns Draining Kiss and masters it at 26. At 23, it learns Double Hit and masters it at 33. At 31, it learns Play Rough and masters it at 42. At 40, it learns Double Edge and Close Combat, and masters both of them at 52. By TM/TR, we're skipping for both games. By breeding, we're skipping for both games. By tutoring in Sword and Shield and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl in the Sword and Shield Expansion Pass, it has Triple Axle. It's a physical Ice-type move. Its power is 20, accuracy is 90, and PB is 10. In Legends Arceus, it can get Baby Doll Eyes, Charge Beam, Drain Punch, Fire Punch, Giga Impact, Hyper Beam, Ice Beam, Ice Punch, Iron Tail, Play Rough, Rest, Rock Smash, Shadow Ball, Swift, Thunderbolt, Thunder Punch, and Water Pulse. By Prior Evolution is nothing. By transfer from another generation. From 4, it gets Captivate, that doesn't work anymore. 4 through 7, Charge Beam. 6 and 7, Confide. 5 through 7, Covet. 5 and 6, Cut. 4 through 7, Dizzy Punch, Double Team, Endeavor. Foresight and Frustration. Dizzy Punch, Foresight, and Frustration don't work anymore. 4, Fury Cutter. 4 through 7, Heal Bell. Hidden Power and Jump Kick. Hidden Power and Jump Kick don't work anymore. 7, Laser Focus. 4 through 7, Last Resort. 6 and 7, Mud Sport, that doesn't work anymore. 4, Mud Slap and Natural Gift. Natural Gift doesn't work anymore. 6 and 7, Power Up Punch. 4 through 7, Return, that doesn't work anymore. 5 and 6, Rock Smash. 6 and 7, Rototiller, that doesn't work anymore. 4 and 6, Secret Power, that doesn't work anymore. 4, 6, and 7, Shockwave. 4 through 7, Sky Uppercut, that doesn't work anymore. 5 and 6, Strength. 4 through 7, Swagger and Toxic. And 4, 6, and 7, Water Pulse. Side game data for Lopunny here, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger, Shadows of Olmia, in the browser entry. Its jumps create shockwaves. It also thrashes around to attack. In Guardian Signs, it creates hearts around itself that make Pokemon tired. You got all this. Pokepark Wii, Pikachu's Adventure, in the Pokepark pad entry. Lopunny is Baniri's sister. She came to the Granite Zone to explore. Her favorite attraction is Absol's Hurdle Bounce. Pokepark 2, Wonders Beyond. She came to the tech area to hide from something. She is worried about Baniri, whom she left in the Arbor area. You got all this. Costumes in Pokemon Go. You get the flower crown. That's cute. Mega Lopunny. You got all this. Form data. Mega Evolution. Lopunny. Lopunite. Mega Lopunny. So that's a thing. If you're new this generation, that's what happens when there's Mega Evolution. You can see the Lopunite. Evolution data. Baniri. Level up with High Friendship. Lopunny. Sprites here. So a lot darker brown. The eyes seem to not really have the black markings yet. Or they're a lot smaller, maybe. But more or less the same, otherwise. It got the pink parts replace the tan parts, and it looks like the red parts are like a pink, like a dark pink, and there's also lighter brown. Its head is turned for platinums, that's really the big thing. It's probably slight differences as well. The ears don't seem to be quite as big anymore, I don't think. Maybe it's just more proportional. In Gen 5, you get the full back sprites. Gen 6, you get this, and the models, which really emphasize the black part. You get the Mega Lopunny, so a similar concept. It just places the tan with the pink, and the brown is the light brown, yeah. In Gen 7, you got all this, not really much changes. In Gen 8, in this game, you got these models. Homes, you got these models. See, it's a lot darker. That's interesting. In animation, Lopunny in Pokemon the series, Diamond and Pearl. Got all these. Mega Lopunny in Pokemon the series, XY, with a Mega Salamence. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire animated trailer. Mega Lopunny in the animated trailer. In the manga, Lopunny in Pokemon Adventures in color. That's interesting. Got all this in the TCG. Trivia. We basically read this first one, and it's sub-point in the Baneri video. Mega Lopunny has the highest base speed stat of all normal type Pokemon. This third point we read in the Baneri video. Origin. This is a new thing. This section contains material that may not be suitable for young readers. Viewer discretion is advised. Lopunny appears to be based on a lop rabbit. It also resembles a fashion model wearing women's fur or faux fur cuffed gloves and boots. Well, Mega Lopunny may be inspired by the 1980s styled aerobics outfits. Due to the size and placing of its eyebrows, which resemble antlers, it is possible it is based on a jackalope. It may also be an inspired caricature of a Playboy bunny or other bunny girls as seen in popular culture. The bunny girl costumes of Playboy fame are still quite popular in Japanese adult media, which might explain Lopunny's coquettish cry and feminine figure. Name origin: Lopunny may be a combination of lop, a breed of rabbit with ears that flop over rather than stand erect, and bunny. Mimilop may be a combination of mimi, ear, and lop. In other languages, related articles, references, external links to the Mega Evolutions. Let's move on. Now let's watch Lopunny's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 552, Arriving in Style. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, and his traveling companions, Brock and Dawn, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, as well as Dawn's Pokemon, Piplup and Baneri, have come to Heart Home City, more specifically the Heart Home City gym, to find out that the gym leader is out of town. And a limo has arrived, and this fancy lady is stepping out of it. There's Lopunny. That's Lopunny's first thing in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why people love Lopunny. Hello and welcome to the community post section of the video. Today the question is, what do you love about Lopunny? For this question, you can answer with normal or Mega Lopunny. Number 1, Drizile fan has responded. They say, I just think it's neat. Big old eyebrows. Feels very good to evolve since it starts with low friendship. Wide move pool like a normal type should have. I ran Last Resort and Splash with a Normalium Z in my Gen 7 playthrough, and that was fun. Thank you for your response. Let's move on. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images until we find an image that doesn't contain Lopunny. This is Lopunny by Malote. So, this anthropomorphic Lopunny here. Then we've got Lopunny Adult 26 by Adaptozone. So this very clearly AI art here. It's just another anthropomorphic Lopunny. Yeah. And we've got Lopunny 76 by Sonic Felpa, another AI generated anthropomorphic Lopunny here. Well, this time it's a shiny Lopunny. And it's very weird. I don't know why the headphones are here when the ears are up here, and like the wire doesn't seem to go anywhere unless it's like behind her. Got this weird controller that has like 2 D-pads for some reason, or maybe those are supposed to be the buttons. I don't know. They look like 2 D-pads, that's for sure. Yeah, very weird. Then this doesn't contain a Lopunny, so move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. Tomorrow we'll be talking about Miss Magius. As always, this isn't my proper outfit, and see me tomorrow.